Hello, I'm Anya,
And I'm Ella.
and today we're going to be talking about money.
Did you know that about 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck?
Almost every American has some sort of debt that they're trying to pay off. It can be a car debt, a student loan, or a house debt. Everyone can build wealth. It all starts with the 5 foundations of personal finance.
Save a $500 emergency fund, get out of debt, save cash for your car, save cash for college, build wealth, and give.
The first step is your emergency fund. It is your first savings priority. It is the money that you have saved up for any surprise expense. If you've broken your leg and you need to go to the hospital, if your car broke down somewhere, that is the money that you will use to pay off those emergency expenses.
But if you're a teenager or you don't have a job, then find some creative ways where you can use your skills and earn money by, saving your allowance, having a garage sale, or babysitting your neighbor's kids.
Step 2 is to get out of debt. Society says that debt is normal. Credit cards allow us to buy everything we want or need. You're unnormal if you don't get into debt and use a credit card.
Borrowing money never solves any problems. At best, it will delay one problem while causing another.
Dave Ramsey says that debt has been marketed to us with such intensity that to imagine life without debt requires a paradigm shift.
The credit card industry is a rapidly and continually growing industry. The Federal Reserve Survey for Consumer Finances states that 39% of incoming college freshmen already have a credit card.
They didn't even need any money. They had magic cards. I wanted one. Little did I know, I would end up with 12.
Teenagers are taught that they can use and borrow money that they don't have as long as they can pay it off later.
To get out of debt, you can use the debt snowball method. This is a method that Dave Ramsey teaches on his show and in his books. So first of all, you start with the smallest debt that you have. You list your debts from smallest to largest, and you put all of your money towards the first debt, the smallest debt, and try to pay that off. Once you've paid the smallest debt, you go on to the second step, the second debt. And you keep on tackling the bigger debts, and by the time you're at the last step, you will have gotten rid of all your debt.
After all that debt is paid off, you can save your money to use however you want.
The third step is to pay cash for your car. Everyone says that car payments are a way of life. They think that we'll always have one.
Staying away from car payments by driving a used and reliable second-hand car is what the typical millionaire does.
Some say leasing your car is what the professional and sophisticated people do. They say there are tax advantages of leasing things that actually go down in value.
Consumer Reports, Smart Money Magazine, and a calculator will tell you that leasing a car is the most expensive way to finance and operate a vehicle.
Did you know a new car loses 70% of its value in the first 4 years after you've purchased it? Let's say you buy a $30,000 car, but you have to take out a loan in order to pay it off. So by the time you're ready to sell your car, you've spent more than $30,000 trying to pay it off, but it will only be sold for about $9,000.
Creating a budget before buying a car will ensure that you stay out of debt. Money is active, so if you don't make your money behave, you'll always wonder where it went. A budget is your blueprint for building wealth.
A good budget to follow is a zero-based budget. This budget ensures that every dollar has a place on paper on purpose before the month even begins. Money that is not written down is usually wasted.
So you could use the envelope system. In this system, you have several envelopes for categories like food, clothing, or housing. At the beginning of the month, you put however much money that is necessary into those envelopes. For example, your food envelope will probably have more money than your clothing envelope. And that is all the money you will be using for that category that month.
Some people make $100,000 a year, but they live at survival level. Others make $40,000 a year, but they live at a very secure level.
Some people win the lottery and earn millions of dollars, but then they go bankrupt because they don't know how to use their money wisely.
The fourth step is to pay cash for college. Saving money for college will be very important later in life. Some parents offer to pay their child's college tuition fee, but others will have to live with a student loan.
In order to stay away from the dreaded student loan, find a way to earn money. You may not like the idea of working through summer, but several years from now you're going to be thankful that you did it.
The fifth step is building wealth and giving. Investing doesn't have to be hard or complicated, and there really is no trick to it. Don't invest using borrowed money because you'll be putting yourself in debt. And don't invest in something you don't even understand because you'll be wasting your money. Never invest purely for tax advantages either. You should know what kind of insurance you need to pay for. Don't waste your money on insurances that are already covered or already that you're paying for. These are the 7 essential insurances that you do need to pay for.
Homeowners or renters insurance, auto insurance, health insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance, identity theft protection, and life insurance. When you hold your money with an open hand, life looks a whole lot different than if you clutch it in your fist. It might take longer for you to reach your financial goals, but you're investing in something far more valuable.
The act of giving, putting others before yourself, building relationships, sacrificing your time and energy, that is creating your legacy.
You can be remembered for many things: your athletic ability, your musical gifts, or your sense of humor, your kindness, anger, attitude, selfishness, generosity. Your legacy is the impact you make on the world.
If you don't have money to give, use your time. Use your talents to help others.
Everyone wants to give to charities, but it's going to be really hard to part with your money if you haven't strengthened your giving muscles.
Today we'll learn some of the wealth building habits. These include living on less than you make, learning how to increase your income, writing a monthly budget and assigning a place for where your money will go, staying out of debt, investing, and using money wisely.
As Dave Ramsey always says, live like no one else so that later on you can live like no one else.